Hello everyone, my name is Deree. I'm here to introduce Mr. Bourlas. I'm here to introduce Mr. Bourlas. Mr. Bourlas studied finance at Georgetown University in Washington and got an MBA from MIT in Boston, focused on new venture development. Albertos started his career in Wall Street as financial analyst in the investment banking unit of Bankers Trust. Subsequently, he moved to Hong Kong, where he led the business development activities and the IPO of China.com, which is Asia's premier internet portal. In Greece, he started his career as head of business development at Wake-Up. In 2002, Albertos joined Wind to set up and lead the value-added services unit, and in 2007, he became director of consumer marketing at Wind. Alberto joined Vodafone in 2009 as senior manager of consumer proposition, and since 2013, he is head of Prepaid. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the speech of Mr. Bourlas.
First of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to come speak here to you. As said before, I'm heading the prepaid activities at Vodafone, which means covering all the sales and marketing activity that we do for prepaid. Prepaid is 60% of the customers in Greece. I'm not going to talk about all prepaid, I'm going to talk about youth. Why youth? First, youth is the toughest audience in the planet. There are people that are very demanding, there are people that influence every other person in the whole society. They are close to the technologies, they know what's happening, they're very demanding, and they appreciate solutions targeted, made just for them. But let's get a little into the mood of the discussion.
Do we have some?
Sometimes, many times, we, the multinationals or the corporates, are chasing like that the customer. And we don't really know what the customer really wants. We don't know their needs. We don't know how they really think. And we don't address their needs. We think we understand them. And let me give you an example. It was 3 years ago when a great TVC was presented to our team. It came from our advertising agency. I will show it to you. And when we saw it, we thought, this is an amazing TV ad.
Καλησπέρα. 2 εισιτήρια.
Ξέρω. Γεια σου, Ιούλα. Ωραία, τι πάνε σήμερα.
Πώς να μην πάνε, αφού τώρα μιλάς και γράφεις εντελώς δωρεάν.
Δωρεάν.
Δωρεάν και περιόριστα σε όλους τους φίλους σου.
Μα και οι άλλοι τα ίδια σου δίνουν.
Όχι, στη Σίγουλαντ σου δίνουν περισσότερα.
Για Σίγουλαντ, από εδώ.
Τώρα όλοι θα έρθουν στη Σίγουλαντ, γιατί για πρώτη φορά μιλάς και γράφεις απεριόριστα, όχι μόνο προς Σίγου, αλλά και προς όλη τη Vodafone, δωρεάν, εντελώς δωρεάν. Απλά με μία ανανέωση και οι μονάδες σου μένουν για να τα λες και με τα άλλα δίκτυα. Μόνο από το Σίγου. Power to you, Vodafone.
So when I saw this ad, I said, what a great ad. First, it's competitive. It says that we are better than competition, but in a nice settled way, so we don't provoke them too much. Second, it's fun. You see people dancing, it's happening, it's lively. It has youth people, it has bikes, which was the trend was starting at that time. So it had all the good elements. But when I went and did the research on this, and I asked the students or the youth, do you like this? The answer was no. And when I asked them, do you remember what he was talking about? The answer was not really. And then one student said, I thought that was a Nescafe ad. And you can understand that how big of a hit that was for the marketing department of Vodafone that has a really good marketing department. It's considered one of the best schools of marketing. Someone to say, look, your ad was like a frappe ad, or I thought it was Nescafe. Wasted money. And of course, no effect. So we had to take it, how we say it in Greek. We had to change completely the course of action. We had to do a restart. We had to change completely our approach, our thinking, the way we do everything. We had to change every contact point with the customer. First of all, we had to understand who is the customer. Really go deep to understand who is the customer. And we defined our customer as every youngster up to 24 years of age. It could be a kid, it could be a student, it could be an employee, whoever was up to 24. We spent real quality time with them. So we invited them out to go have drinks, we went and had lunch with them, we had pizza with them, we discussed with them about politics, about what's happening in the Greek society. We started getting really close to our audience. Why? Because it was very important to start understanding. We had to get into their everyday life. People today, the youngsters today, are very different than the older generation. Why? They've lived 5 years of misery. They haven't seen the economy booming, they haven't seen the good times of 2004, the Olympics, where everything was going on. All the companies were showing great profits, everyone was employing bonuses, all that was great. All they've seen for the last 5 years is a recession, and the negativity, the unemployment, the bad news on TV. So they don't see what's after this phase. They don't think there is a phase after this phase. What inspires them? Everything that's new, everything that is technologically different, everything that improves their life, everything that makes it cheaper, and everything that makes it special. 93% of their communication is non-verbal. That's very different from the average Greek consumer. What is that? It is clothes, it's hair, it's piercing, it's tattoos, and of course it's mobile. A lot of our communication happens to the mobile device. So we had to take it, not to parmalios, how we said before. How did we do it? We took a team outside of Vodafone, from every department of Vodafone, and we created a startup. And a startup far away from the Vodafone headquarters. We had to make these people think completely different. And we had to make them to be completely close to our audience. So we took people from IT, engineering, these are technical people, from sales, online, our advertising agencies, customer care, brand. Also we took students. So we created a startup of 20 people. And we put them somewhere far away from the Vodafone premises. So they would act as a real startup. Also as a mentality of a startup. Second thing, we had to get close to the customer and start talking the way they talk. Because when you ask a student or a youngster, he says, I want a product that's dedicated for me, that talks my language. I don't want to use a mass product. So we had to start talking their language, but an authentic way. So that we think that we are really youth, not youth-like. We created stickers that are from the everyday language. So these are stickers that say, στη μπάντα, το συμπόρων, τα σπάς, real expressions that I don't use, but the youth, the students, the kids, use on their everyday language. And we use these in our everyday lives. So we had, parties, and we would give out these stickers. The youth loved it. Look here, a youngster has all the stickers all over her t-shirt, her mouth, put them on Facebook, on the internet. They really like this initiative. Then someone came up with this great insight. He wrote to me one day, he was like, do you know what's FOMO? I said, I don't know. It sounded like a detergent, but I knew it was not. Does anyone know what's FOMO? What is it?
Fear of being missing out.
Exactly. Fear of missing out. That's exactly what it is. So the youth, the youngsters, they don't want to miss what's happening in town. They want to be at the coolest party at every day moment. They want to get on Facebook to ensure that whatever their friends say is happening, they're there. If they miss it, they're left out. They're not part of the cool gang. They are the leftovers. So they have to ensure they're always up to speed with everything. They're always connected. They do a lot of multitasking. Lots of them watch TV, so you go and look at these issues and it shows they watch TV. They don't really watch TV. 30% of their brain is on TV, the other 70% is on social media. They go on Twitter, on Facebook, and they're very active about those fronts. So we have to also talk their language. So look at the old KBC and look at this one. We gave them free nights. So we gave them all July so they can talk free between them. And we also communicate in a youthful way, logo the area. This is not something that you would see the Vodafone logo on TV with. But this was used for a print advertisement that we did directly in the youth media. Or prosopopana, Vrikolakazis. It's expressions we used, it's advertising we used, directed on the youth media, but talking the youth way. We also had to create special dedicated offers just for them. So of course the student doesn't have 20, 30 euros to buy a Vodafone rate or a Vodafone contract. But he has 10 euros and we want him as a customer. So we have to give an offer that's specific for him. And we created student exclusive offers. So for example, for 5 euros, you have 1,000 minutes to all networks. So you can talk as much as you like. You don't have to think if this is on net or if this is to Vodafone. And also, if you run out of minutes, we give you a lot of communication to talk within your friends in Vodafone, free, completely free. So we created a special program just for students. And also we created a special data program, because lots of you have PCs, tablets, etc., and have the need to talk, to communicate via data, but at a very low cost, because Wi-Fi is out there, because you don't have more than 5 euros. So we created very, very strong offers targeted directly to this audience. But that was not enough. It's not pricing, it's not just the product that makes a difference. This crowd needs the packaging around it. Needs a brand that's really youthful. And when we started our journey about 2 years ago, the Vodafone brand was not very youthful. So we have to become closer to the youth brands that are close to the youth. And that's why we started doing events with Red Bull. This is the Art of Motion event that happens in Santorini. Athletes, it's a very cool event, I had no idea about it, but it's a very cool event, jump from one terrace to the other, making, I don't know how you call it in English, parkour, exactly. Very popular, it's one of the biggest events in the parkour happens in Santorini, very cool, and we partnered with Red Bull to organize and sponsor the event. But many of the youth go to cafeterias, they like to have a coffee. And many would like to get their coffee from Starbucks, but Starbucks is very expensive for them. So we created 1+1 just for the students with Starbucks. So for 4 months, we created this promo whereby every time you go with a Starbucks with a friend of yours, you get one free. But it's not only the offer that was important again. What was important is also the communication. You see the branding. This is on Facebook, or that one is on Instagram, where you see the two brands playing with each other. complementing each other. And that's a lot of the value that also Starbucks saw on the cooperation with Vodafone. But then, of course, we had to touch the nightlife. And, the youth, they like to go out, they like to go party. And, of course, we had to find the real places where they are, not where I would go or I would think they go. So we started working with the neon parties. Neon parties are very, if many of you have attended. Not the first rows. But for the first rows, what the rest are doing, they get in a party with a white t-shirt, and there's the organizers throw a lot of neon paint around the crowd. The crowd is jumping up and it's very, very energetic. There's a DJ that plays a lot of beat music. They're very popular. You see here the queue outside. There are about 150 people waiting to get in. This happened about, it was 2 weeks ago. So what did we do then? Did we just put a promotion? No. We sent an email, we put a message on Facebook saying every CU customer gets in with priority, so he doesn't wait on the line, and gets in free. It's simple, it's to the point, and it was touching and making a real effect to the students, because it was giving them something that they couldn't easily buy, but something that was important for them. Also, same with concerts. Did we go and promote the Peggy Zina concert in the summer? No. Where we went, what we did, is to focus on the schoolway. Because these are concerts that are promoted, created by kids. Now this is important to them. And then we got there and really made a strong presence to make this very effective and help them with the cost of the organization. But of course, if you're Vodafone, you have lots of stores. And store is a key point of presence for us, because a lot of our customers go to a store either to buy an accessory, a handset, to top up their prepaid, or to ask a question. So what could we do to make a store targeted for your audience, for the youth? We created new stores. So we created 2 student stores dedicated for this crowd. This one is in Panepistimiopoli. It looks like a club. If you pass outside, you really think it's a nightclub. Even has the road here, so you don't wait on the line. Outside it's completely black. If you look at the inside, walls are black, the disco ball there, neon lights. Why? Why did we do that? Because we wanted to create a unique experience, a great experience for our youth. So when we were giving out the student IDs, it was very important. That's why we did. We had a lot of traffic, a lot of students going to get their IDs. We wanted to create a great experience for them. But also we go in the universities. So of course, you want the store to be great, but then a lot of the students, like you, do not go to the Vodafone store. So all the kids don't go to the Vodafone store. They just get an access and then they top up via the terminal. So what could we do for them? We go where they are. So this is a picture here of a scooter with a promoter. Go inside the university and informing students, not only selling, but informing students of our products. These are things that work synergetically. The one works on top of the other, but create a brand that really is focused on youth. And that's important. Customer service. A lot of our customers, 10% per month, call our customer service for any question. They call to find out if there was a wrong charge, they have a question about the handset, they have a problem with the coverage, they're in their home or their area they passed and they have a big problem. They want to report that. But they don't. The young people, they don't want the classic, the standard customer service. They want something different. So first, we change the people talking to them. So instead of people old, like me, picking up the phone and responding to the questions, we have people that are 20 years old, speaking to them, but in a youthful way, because they were similar to them. We also change the way we talk to them. A lot of these people like to chat. So they are with their PC and would like to send via Skype a message. So we provided customer service via Skype. They want to be able to do it on WhatsApp. They're on their handset, they send a message on WhatsApp, they get a question. Sometimes it's a better experience because I don't want to talk to someone at this point. I want to answer the question at my time, and I want to get the response at my time. So I want to do it my way. That's what the youngster says. So we offer that, and today around 15% of our traffic, our questions from our customers happens this way. Via Skype, via WhatsApp, via chatting on the computer. When we started it, we were like, this looks advanced, but will you really like it? Look what they're saying. This is on social media. They're saying, we love it. You are the best. This is unique customer service. This is really differentiated experience. That's very important for us. Because this proves that the experiment we went there really is working and making a difference for the young crowd. So this covers my presentation. I want to do two things before I close. First, give an analogy. When I was in your shoes, I was in school. In class, they presented me the theory of Geoffrey Moore. Geoffrey Moore said, when you have a great technology and you want to commercialize it, you need to focus really on the 4 Ps in order to customize them and take a product that is a technology and make it something that's mass market. So it has to be very dedicated for your target group. What we realized with this experience that if you really want to talk to youth, you need to completely scratch away the 4 Ps and you need to create a completely different set of them in order to be very targeted and address the real needs of the youth. That's the only way that you win their heart, and that's the only way that they become your customer. So closing, I will show you the TVC that we did after we went through this journey and we analyzed the insights, and take a moment to compare this TVC versus the Nescafe like that we started the presentation.
Those students are not getting ideas from the classroom setting alone. Okay, can we have any questions? Yes, please. There's a question there. Can we get a mic, please, to the lady? Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation. I was just wondering, it sounds like you have increased your costs a lot, new stores, new advertising campaigns. And I was wondering, what was the impact in your sales or in your customers? Did it increase as much as you have hoped it would? Was it more, was it less?
First, youth is a long-term game. And it's not something that, you do the campaign and you win the heart of the youth. It takes time. What we had as a top goal was to win the heart of the youth. That was our #1 priority. how do we monitor that? Our thermometer is what we call the Net Promoter Score. So we evaluate that and we go by brand and we by target group and we see what's our Net Promoter score. And from number 3, in a year and a half, we are number 1. So what our customers are saying is, I love it, I like LOC, and I will promote it to a lot of people. And that's the starting point. We have also gained market share, but small amount of market share because that was not the key focus of the first year. But after winning the heart of the customer and becoming a trendy brand, now it's much easier to go and gain market share. It would be impossible to go and do a strong campaign and go and win market share if we didn't have the heart of the youth or if we were not considered a youthful, cool brand. Now, in terms of the spending, we don't spend more than we used to spend. We spend exactly the same amount as we did and less than what we did 3 or 4 years ago. We spend it more smartly because instead of spending all our money on TVC and big mass things, we do it very targeted on things that make a difference for our audience, and only for that. And this team that I showed you before on the slides, they are the ones that decide how do they spend the money, how do they promote it the team. So it's not the Vodafone headquarters or the Vodafone head of advertising. They are sitting somewhere else, and the youth team is the one that decides how to promote it in order to make the effectiveness. So we spend less, but much more effective.
Other questions? Come on. This is a youth speech.
CU is a subsidiary of Vodafone.
CU is a brand of Vodafone. It's a sub-brand, so it's Vodafone CU. So it's a sub-brand of Vodafone. It's the youth prepaid brand. So when we advertise on TV, CU, it's targeted only to the youth students. Like Win has Q. It's another sub-brand, or Free to Go. It's another sub-brand of Win. Or WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the youth sub-brand of Cosmopolitan.
So if you go as an older person to buy a CU product, can you do that?
Of course you can do it. And we have lots of mothers that do it. Why? Because the CU offers free communication from CU to CU. So a lot of kids tell their parents, if you want me to call you, you better get a CU or a WhatsApp. And because the parents have less of a bargaining power at that age, they just do it and they get a CU.
And if you buy the same product, is the CU product cheaper or more expensive?
The CU product, because it's made for youth, offers a lot of free minutes for CU customers. So it's the product that allows you to talk a lot, but to your community or your friends. So if you're in a university, you see that 10 or 15 of your friends are CU or 10 or 15 are WhatsApp. So all the group has the same package. Now, for someone that's older and he wants to talk to everyone from every network, he doesn't get CU because he has to talk to other networks also. So he gets either the Vodafone Prepaid or Cosmopolitan has also an adult Prepaid offer that has a lot of minutes, 200 minutes per net, for example, with 5 euros for all the networks.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry. Go ahead. And then I have a question for you. With respect to your competitor, Cosmopolitan WhatsApp, I believe, personal opinion, that WhatsApp was much earlier responding to the needs of the youth with their campaigns and with the package they were offering. So maybe did Vodafone had a reactive approach to that? And as a result, because you have made many campaigns and there are very strong results, as you showed us and presented us right now, but are the results that you achieved the ones that you actually had in mind?
First, you're very right. Cosmopolitan took completely the youth market. They dominated it the last 5 or 6 years. And we in Vodafone allowed them to do that because we were not focused on it. And because we made marketing mistakes, like the one I showed you. We were not really focused on the customer insight. We did mistakes and we lost the market completely. We did the right things in other segments. For example, in business, in the business segment, Vodafone is by far number one. In consumer, we also have a parity with Cosmote. In youth prepaid, we lost. We allowed WhatsApp to reach 70% market share. But at some point we realized that we didn't want to accept that, and we decided to turn it back. And we're making now a comeback and start. That's the heart of the campaign. It requires a big commitment from the management, from the company. We're focused, and it will take some time, but we think we can get our first share in the youth market. Are we performing better? We're performing much better than we were expecting.
Can I have a question? I was reading a recent report where it was stated that the youth, this new generation's capability of multitasking, actually performing 27 tasks at a time. Is this ability something that you have explored, and how do you take it into consideration?
It's very true that the youth is multitasking, but we don't think we should create an application to, it's not our field to create an application to allow them to do it. What we need to do is to empower them, to give them the tools to be able to do it. What do I mean with that? In order for them to do the multitasking, they need to be able to talk a lot, to send a lot of SMS, but also very important to do a lot of data. So one of the things we have found as a differentiator, and we are really focused and want to differentiate our brand versus competition, is the area of data. So we offer more data, we'll offer a lot of free data. Why? To give the youth the ability to be able to be on Facebook, on Twitter, 24/7, whenever they want it, without thinking too much of the cost.
Any other questions?
I would like to say something instead of asking a question. And I think it's very good that you're going to the young people. Because in my house, I decide what detergent we buy. My husband decides, I don't know what he decides. But my daughter decides. Yeah, probably not. You're right. We just bring some money, which is very good. But anyway, my daughter decides with who we register. And you're right. I get said what mobile I'll buy, who I'm with. You're right that we follow what our kids say. She tells me you'll buy this, you'll connect here, I need this, I know nothing. I don't know how it is here, if it's you decide.
Yes.
You decide.
And it's twofold. So your daughter tells you what to do, and your daughter will soon be the head of a household. So she'll get her family and have her own kids. So if we lose this generation, we start losing the parents and we lose the future parents. So for us, it's not an acceptable point, and that's why we have found the right way to come back on this area.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation.